Welcome to Front-End Web Development. In this video, we will learn about cascading style sheets, which we often refer to as CSS. We'll try to introduce CSS and different types of selectors available in CSS. CSS basically used to style the web pages. We may have the multiple HTML elements on the web page. We often require how that has to be rendered on the screen, what color has to be applied, at what time. If you had to deal with a media like audio video, how do you do that? CSS saves us a lot of time on it. For example, how do you want to render the title page? That has to be bigger, right? How do you do that? If you would like to apply the color for it, how do you do that? If you have to split up the main content into the multiple columns, how do you do that? If you want to add in different animations, decorative features, how do you do that? That all can be done by the CSS. Why to use CSS? Not only for coloring or the styling of the web pages, CSS is also use it for variations and the way different layouts for the different web pages on different devices, different screen sizes. For instance, a website can be seen on the computer, can be seen on the tablets, can be seen on the mobile screens. How that has to be rendered on different types of devices and the different screen sizes, that can be handled by CSS. Eventually, we'll be looking at. In this video, we'll learn about selectors. As I said, we may have the many HTML elements on the web page. How do you select? How do you select each one of it? There are different selectors available on them, like IDs, classes, tags, attributes. These are the few. We'll see one after the other, please. Let's head back to our coding part. This is my code. For example, it's in like my website.html. Let me show you how it is been rendering. This is how it is being rendered, please. It is having something like this, something like where I would like to intend that has to be the navbar, different articles under that. Likewise, there are some underlined part as well, aside part. Let's try to apply styles for this. I would like to see, like, you see, like it's like a plain background in a white background. I would like to change the color for that. If you have to change the color for entire page, then go for universal selectors. How do I do that? Where do I write the styling part? Styling part should be written under the head tag by the tag opening style. Close it. Now here comes the universal selectors. Asterisk, the star represents the complete page selector. Then apply the color attribute, please. Color property and the value according to your requirement. Try to change it. Let me go with the gray color. Let us look at it now. You see that it has turned white to be the gray, please. Not so appealing, right? Let me change the other color. Color colon azure. Not saved. Or else let me change the background color to be aqua for better. You see that? No. I'm missing something. That should not be the background. That should be the background color. Background color. Now, like there you go. Let me head back to my gray color, which I would like to wanted you to show up firstly. There you go, please. Right? Complete page is been selected. Now, I would like to take welcome to my site that has to be in some different color. How do I do that? Like you are targeting only this part. So this part comes under H1 tag. You see that? Welcome to my site. I want welcome to my site to be rendered in some other color way. For example, red color. How do I do that? This time we will use type selector or element selector. Now my element for my welcome to my site is H1 heading tag. So how do I select it? Heading back to the coding part. Within this H1 tag, I would like to render the color for it as red, as I was intended for. There you go, please. If you would like to apply the same red color for multiple parts of your page, then write one more here. For example, let me apply the paragraph tag. We can combine them. I don't see any paragraph tag in my page, so not applied. Let me select. Like all these are articles over here. Can take it out. See here. Wherever I see the header part of it, header part under any section, I would like to take my header part as my green color. So how do I select that? Take the header tag and apply the green color to that. This forms as an element selector. Oh, there you go. The class selector, please. Like every header, I would like to refer by using a class called header. This is another way of selecting the elements. Let me head back to the code. How do I select the class selectors? Class selectors can be selected by using dot period operator. My class name is an header. Is selected. Header. Write the color to that. Color. Something like green. All my class selectors with the name called header would be turned out to be the green. Do you see that? Let me head back to my background. Let me change my background to be the white cane for better understanding. White smoke, that would be better. There you go, please. Now, that comes the class selector. ID selector. Like you might have noticed it that we have written the class selector and the class is applicable for all the sections of the headers, right? Now, ID next comes as an ID, which is a unique one, please. The ID has to be the unique one. Class can be repeated, can be duplicated, but ID has to be the unique one. For example, every page will have the only title, only one title that can be named with an ID called title. So how do I select the IDs? Like ID, class, all these are the selectors or to identify particular element. Now I would like to identify an ID with a title and I would like to color it with an background color for the title should be something different. Like my title is already in the red. So let me give some yellow color to background of my title. So how do I select the ID place? By using pound symbol, hash. ID is title, color, background color. For my title should be, background color should be yellow in something, yellow way, lemon yellow something. 11 chiffon, please. There you go. Next type of selector is descendant selector. If you'd like to select an element, under that element, if you have any sub element, like as a child, then we go with a descendant selector. For example, you see here, my section, under section, I have a descendant like header and the article. Let me pick section anywhere in my page section. Under that, if you see any article, I would like that background to be something different. As of now, it is something grayish color. Let me have that thing like all my article content should be in green color. No, green is already taken by my main heading. So let me take to something different color. How do I do that? Select an element first, header, no, section please. Under section, wherever you see article, let me color that. Background color should be something like aqua. Let's head back to my, do you see that? Likewise, please. On a similar note, pseudo classes. Whenever, basically you'll be seeing this on whenever you hover on and buttons, hover on and links. This kind of in classes comes into handy. How do I do that? Do you see this? Usually these are the links, please. I have been linked to a particular website, CNN. I have linked to the CNN here, right? I would like to, whenever I hover on it, my color has to change. So what I would like to do that pseudo classes comes into the handy here. Like there is an anchor tag. Whenever I hover on it, it has to change my color or it has to get an something different. As of now, it is looking like if I hover on it, it is nothing changed. If I'm hovering on it, let me change my color to something yellow color, please. My background for that. Heading back here, any anchor tag. If you hover on that, I would like to change my background color to be yellow. Let's head back to our core. There you see that it has been changing the colors. These are called pseudo classes. And you see that if I'm hovering on it, I see something, my underline over here. That's a default behavior of any anchor tag. I would like to change that. Text decoration should be none. Whenever I hover on it, it should be none. I should not see any underline on it. You see that? You don't see any underline for that. Pseudo elements. If you would like to apply any particular thing under that, any particular character or something which you would like to refer, if you would like to change, then you go with a pseudo elements. Any part of an element, not the complete element, but part of an element. If you see this is a complete article, right? Whenever you say that I don't want to change the complete article, but I would like to change a part of it, like the first character has to be like the bolder one, then we'll go with a pseudo elements, please. Or else let's look at it like first line should be like font bold. It's an example over here. So let's head back. My article, the first line should be under bold. Use that article colon first line. The first letter I would like to write first letter should be font weight should be thicker one, bolder one. Let's save this. Check back here. Do you see that L formed to be the bolder one? Likewise, we have many selectors, please. Here I listed few. Please feel free to explore more. See you in the next video.